Hello, everyone. Hello. Like, girl class. We're having a wonderful day. It is day 2 of TwitchCon. I hope you all are having a great weekend. I hope you've been hydrated. Thank you so much for coming to the Black Creators in the Cozy Space panel. I'm really excited to be listening to everyone actually up here talk about their experiences and talking about being a cozy creator. It's really important. But yeah, I'm excited and I'm really glad to see you all here. We have a lot of friendly faces in the audience. But yeah, so my name is Sage. This is what we're going to be doing today. You can call me Sage. I'm here to moderate and to hang out and chill up here pretty much and listen to these amazing people. I'm going to let them introduce themselves as well. They can start with, we are having a conversation on Black creators finding authenticity, joy, and belonging in cozy spaces. But I'm going to go ahead and let y'all introduce yourselves. We're going to start with Marcy, I believe.
Hi friends, my name is Marcy Laysell. My pronouns are she, her. I am a soft and cozy content creator who loves cozy games, dating sims, creative makeup looks to go with it, and tarot. I am a professional laugh queen. I will not take that title away from myself, who enjoys sharing my soft side while talking about mental health and representation, especially showing more Black women in cozy gaming spaces and opening up conversation about our mental health and how it shapes our daily lives. And I'm so incredibly thankful and humbled to be here today.
I can go next. Hi everybody, my name is Pink Umbrella. You can call me Pink, Punk, Pinky, all the variations. I'm a bilingual streamer from Quebec, originally from Cameroon, and I like to provide like a cool atmosphere, doing a little bit of everything, a lot of simulation games, cooking streams, just that, singing, a little bit of everything, and just providing an umbrella for those rainy days. And I'm really excited to be here.
Hi everyone. My name is Lundy. I go by she, her pronouns. I am a variety streamer from Dallas, Texas. I do a lot of different things. I play a lot of Palia. Most of you have known me from playing Palia. We got 6,000 hours in Palia now, by the way. Yeah. I also play Animal Crossing. I do some multiplayer horror stuff as well. And recently, I've been doing a lot of crochet. I sure have. But yeah, I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to see you guys. I'm happy to talk to you guys. And I hope that we have a great time. Yeah.
I'm Leo. I'm from Ohio. I do a variety of different things. I stream a lot of gaming content. We do like crocheting and stuff like that. We also talk about sports a lot. I'm a Browns fan, so it's not like positive. Things start to
We're going to jump into the cozy space and what it means to all of you. So who'd like to go first?
That was me. So the cozy gaming space, I guess it's just a natural attraction to it because with gaming, I usually use it for de-stressing. I have worked a lot of corporate jobs. So like it was like a chance for me to really wind down and be myself. And like I think I pretty much went towards cozy gaming because usually there's a lot more representation in it and there's a lot more of like seeing myself in gaming. So I can create a character in Stardew Valley, with purple hair and a pink dress, and like nobody was gonna call me weird or anything like that. And then I can also like, show some shade to like Mayor Lewis and why he's not getting that beautiful bodacious woman Marnie. Like I do not understand this. But I do admit, like when I usually shop for games, I usually do go towards stuff that has more custom character customization, and those things of a like, because I like looking and finding myself in gaming, because when I grew up, a lot of times I would just relate to the brunette character because that was like the closest, the closest like representation towards me.
No, same. I'm
Yeah, I mean, like back then, that was like, you get brunette. That's it. That's all you get. Yeah, when I started streaming, I started doing Sims. I was building. That's naturally very cozy. ASMRs, people like to like listen to the build sounds in the game. I like doing a little bit of cottages, and it's just been this very like warm, welcoming, and cozy space. And it's a space where I get to like fully be myself at the end of the day. Yeah.
So anybody else want to tackle that? Like what cozy space means to you? Cozy, like, or what cozy space is and like what it means to you? Or?
Yeah. So for me, cozy is more of like a feeling for me. It's like snuggling up on the couch, you know, on a rainy day. It's like crocheting on the couch, vibing, having a good time. It's like being in your favorite coffee shop, right? So I feel like it's not even just in gaming, but I feel like it's a feeling that you have. It's more than just an aesthetic. It's a vibe. It's a soulful experience, and it's one that really makes you feel something. So that, you know, it's about slowing down and just having a good time, and I like that the most. So that's what it is to me. Yeah.
And to touch on what Lonnie just said, like, I don't think cozy has like a exact definition to it, because like when I first started streaming, I wasn't really a cozy streamer. I played a lot of like shooters and stuff like that. That was like just mostly the games that I grew up playing and stuff like that. But as I started like finding my community more on Twitch, and then I found like stream teams and stuff, I started seeing more like Sims content and Stardew. I really got like super heavy into Stardew, and then that's kind of where I found like my place into like the cozy gaming space. And then people just like, yeah, your streams are cozy. I always love hanging out here, and that just made me feel good. So I just found my place there.
Yeah, I relate a lot to what you said, Rio. I just kind of stumbled in cozy because people would say like, oh, you're really cozy, or you're my favorite cozy creator, and things like that. I never really identified myself as that. It's just not an adjective that I use. And I was like, okay, you know what, let me lean in a little bit into that a bit more. And that's why I stumbled in.
I feel you so much. It's so nice being able to like talk about certain games. It's also really funny because I think most of us has played Stardew as well. So I was actually going to ask you, like, who did you romance when you were playing Stardew? I'm so curious if you romanced anybody.
Leia.
You said who?
Leia.
Okay.
I'm not judging on my
I romance Iliad, and I don't know if Chi-Chi's here. I know Chi-Chi.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to Chi-Chi. Sorry.
Oh my gosh. So I played Stardew very, very modded, expanded.
Really?
Yes. I cannot play it without being modded. I cannot play the fishing game without using my mind.
I'm fishing every time.
But Lance in the expanded is my boo thing.
Okay.
I love him so much.
I'll look him up later.
Yeah, he does the one bed trope.
Oh,
yeah.
Sorry, I got excited. I love you.
The girl who eats rocks.
Okay. Abigail.
I just recently found out he ate rocks, okay? So like...
Okay.
She likes her minerals. Yeah.
Alright, so navigating the cozy space as a Black creator, I think this is really important. I'm really excited to hear what like each of you have to say. I'm also in the cozy space. I didn't say that in the beginning. I've been streaming for a couple of years as well, and I think I've gotten to know all of you because of the cozy spheres that we're all kind of in. So I'm really excited to hear like how y'all kind of navigate those spaces, because it is very how do I say that? Yeah, y'all know. Yeah,
I can go first. I will admit that initially when I started streaming, and one of the reasons why I didn't relate when people called me cozy and I was surprised was because even myself I associated cozy with like white, like it was mostly like white creators I would see kind of tapping into like the cozy games or like the cozy genre, if that makes sense. So I kind of associated, and I feel like that's what a lot of people have that perception that cozy is more like maybe white, femme, especially like a certain aesthetic, very more like quiet, more like, you know, really tapping into the aesthetic, and I didn't really relate to that, if that makes sense. It didn't really align with me. And I do find that oftentimes people associate black people or like black streamers with more games like shooters, fighting games, which are great games. I also love, I love Fortnite. It's great games. But it's kind of like that sort of perception. So even myself, I didn't really relate with that. But I feel like when you create content, when you're a streamer, you create representation just by existing or just by being in those categories. So it is important to like keep doing that. I'm trying to, maybe like somebody else can go and then I'll add some things.
Like I said, when I first started, I wasn't never really like a cozy streamer, but I've been lucky to find like a great group in my community. They've just been like super helpful and me growing as a creator, and like just when I deal with certain stuff, like you may get like racism in your comments or in your streams and stuff like that. They help me to just kind of let that type of stuff go. Don't bring down the vibes of streaming. Just keep the positive energy and community going. Also,
oh no, actually, no, I don't want to push you off. Oh yeah, I was gonna ask, like, do you feel like I noticed that you have such a good like support system, and I was wondering if that's something that's like been like helping you navigate certain spaces and finding spaces where like you can not just like be there, but like actually cultivating a space for you or for people around you. I was gonna ask you about like how do you build like those spaces or safe spaces?
It's finding people who have the same like we have the same, I'm trying to find a word for it.
Values?
Yeah, the same values, thank you. But those people have the same values, those same like vibes, energy, and I like the cozy space just because there's a lot of community, a lot of just good people, a lot of great vibes, and just community.
Yeah, and there's not a lot of representation in the Black community with men in the cozy space. Like, I actually got introduced to Fictional Fate through you. Sage.
Oh, me?
Yeah. Who's a very cozy book streamer. Yeah, I really do enjoy them quite a bit. But yeah, I would love to see more Black men in that space doing like cozy content and stuff like that.
Yeah, because it's hard to like find people like when I'm raiding out or stuff. You don't really see too many Black men playing like Stardew Valley or Sims, and then also listening to like rap music and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because like I felt like I had to, when I first started streaming those games, I had to like tone myself down and like the music that I listened to in a way, just because I was trying, I guess, fit in, or trying my best to fit in, and as I kept streaming and just being more confident in myself, now I listen to my rap and everything.
Yeah.
And if I can add to that, I relate to the music portion a lot because, like, I don't like lo-fi. Like, I don't like that. I really don't. And it's, like, I don't like it for, like, my stream. It's not it doesn't allow me to, like, be myself as much. Like, I like Afrobeats a lot. That's more, like, my culture and kind of all these things. And, like, when you were mentioning about feeling like you have to kind of tone down, like, yourself and whatnot, I feel like also some people associate cozy with not political. Or like, oh, you're not going to talk about sensitive topics, you're not going to talk about you're not going to have harder conversations about like the political climates or things like that. But then if already your identity is more like Politicals?
Oh, I can't say that.
I don't know what the word is.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, okay, well, and then maybe you feel the pressure that you can't even talk about things that affect you. So that,
I feel like when I first had started getting into the cozy space, that I also would play a specific type of music to please more cozy people, and then I realized baby, we don't listen to that. I was like, that's not gonna work. So a lot of you have known me to dance a lot on my streams, and I do that because that's just who I am, right? And so I was like, we're gonna play music that I listen to. We're gonna play music that I like, but also we can have everyone involved too. Could y'all dance with me? You do. I see it.
Yeah, because cozy's not. It's not in a box. It's it's different for everybody. Sometimes my cozy is building a little garden, and then my other cozy is just let me try to get 1,000 kills in Dynasty Warriors or something like that. I'm playing. Yes, I just want that stress relief, and it feels good at that time. But it's not necessarily just a feel, not a feeling, but it's not a monolith of a definition. Right. It's different for each person. Mm-hmm. So it's room for all of us to have cozy spaces, I will say the cozy space is probably more, of course, centered towards women. But more than anything else, it targets women financially. And it's just the cozy game, at least indie games are, like I said, had a lot more representation, and they seem to really listen to people a lot more. Mm-hmm. There's a new game that's going to come out, Loftia, which is a cozy MMO, I want to say, and they had a post a month or two ago about, we researched Afro textured hair, and they did all this stuff, and they showed you all the hairstyles, and it was really cool to see that they actually the community didn't even have to say anything, I guess. They were just nope, this is just in the game before it's released. We don't need a patch. We don't need 1,000 signatures, maybe another game called The Sims. But I know, in a sense, people were really pushing for different skin tones, and, we had to advocate for ourselves a lot in that community. And it feels like there's a lot of advocating for us to see ourselves in games versus... I feel like we're the community that really advocates a lot. I mean, I'm not in other communities, but I know we advocate a lot for to see ourselves in it. I know, of course, in the queer community, we're advocating for pronouns in different games, cough cough Stardew, and that's I would say that's something that I really love seeing, is that we can really really see ourselves in games at the end of the day, and not just the Killmonger hairstyle. That was the only one.
We didn't ask for her.
We did not ask for her.
I know that's a big thing for me too. If I'm going to open up a game and I want to play that game, and I don't see any kind of representation for me at all, mm-hmm. or 2 skin tones only, because we have white and pale white. We have medium and a little darker medium, and then we have black and extra black. And I'm I'm being honest. And I just feel if more games had sliders, if more games had more options, it wouldn't be as bad. And I feel a lot of us on this side really want to see ourselves in these games, and we don't a lot of the time. So I felt you on that.
Yes. And not only that, but I also know my viewers are also black. When they see me playing a new game, they're looking forward to that representation. They're what do the black hairstyles look like? Right. What do the skin tones look like? So,
and then we give you 2 hairstyles. They have a fade and then a little fro, and that's it.
Yeah, they have
the Killmonger, and that's it. So that's one of the first things I look for as well. Sorry to jump into, because I'm the hairstyles irritates me so bad in my soul. Because I don't have my fro obviously today, but I usually have my fro out. I have it all the time, and they never have a decent fro.
They don't.
Yeah, they do. It's crusty, or it looks weird because of the way that they
right. I don't like the super coiled one. It doesn't make sense.
The ones that look like the waves, but they just like threw it up.
Yes.
Yeah,
I don't like that one.
but yeah. I'm sorry, does anyone else have anything to add? I think we're good.
Yeah, so you.
Yeah, I would say with the representation, because I know, like, streaming wise, I think Black people are about like 3%, 3.9%, I think, of streamers, like, all together. Yeah. It was a statistic from a while ago that I looked up. I'm trying to really look them up, but yeah, we still, still want to be represented, still crave community, and still, want to be out here still doing little cozy games. Like, I feel like that's something like we all are still craving. And I know for me personally, like I had, so I took like a break from streaming for like a year to go back to a corporate job. And when I came back, I just really was craving community a lot. And I mean, I guess luckily the Black Guild was there. I was got to be back in the Black Guild after that year. Also started doing these talks on my channel called Soft Talks. And I started at Black History Month, and it was nice to talk to other content creators who also dealt with microaggressions in a corporate place, dealt with mental health, dealt with not feeling Black enough. It was just also a nice way to come back and talk to other content creators about their experiences, not only in gaming but outside of gaming, where you're dealing with all this other negativity or just going day by day and not feeling enough because of just being who you are at the end of the day. So it was really nice to kind of come back and also recently seeing a trend of Black creators getting together and getting partnered. They've been doing a bunch of stuff like that lately. That's been really, really cool to see. I know Shar and a couple other people. Blue,
Aka, Blue, dang it, Aka.
Crouton.
Yes.
TZ.
I know.
TZ.
Love TZ. I can't remember.
There's always so many.
yeah.
TG. Yeah. Very proud of all of y'all, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. More Black Twitch partners.
Yeah.
And more Twitch actually affiliates as well. I think that's something that people also skip over sometimes. But I'm just very proud that there's a lot of more Black creators on Twitch in general.
Yeah.
It's very important to take up space and to create our own spaces, but also continue to keep on the shoulders for me. That would be
Yes.
Trying to navigate this space has been different for me. When I first started streaming, I played shooters with this group, and I realized that's not really what I wanted to do. So because at the time when I started streaming consistently, it was when Paleo came out. And so I kind of just got on that, and I was like, okay, this is good for me, this is where I want to be. So I had kind of lost friends in that way, because that's not what they were into. But then I was like, well, this is what I want to do, and I wanted to make content for me. But in doing that, I realized that we're not very represented at all on Twitch, right? So I was like, well, I want to see more people that look like me. I want to be that person that a little girl can look up to and be like, I want to be like her. Yeah. You know what I mean? I want to be that for somebody. And I feel like I've dealt with a lot of microaggressions on Twitch too, especially in this category, because I feel like a lot of people have asked me, are you sure you should be doing this? I have. And it's always been we get that stereotype that we're too aggressive or that we're too ghetto, and that's not what it is. You know what I mean? I feel like there's a lot of spectrum, and it's overlooked because of our skin tone, and I don't feel like that's okay. So, but I think it's important in this space to although we are cozy, but I feel like we need to also expand off of that too, and bring your full self into it. So if you want to dance, dance. If you want to sing, sing. You know what I mean? And as Marcy was saying and mentioned, the Black creators that did get partner, I do want to shout out Anka for doing that. She put that whole thing together, and we're really proud of her. She's been putting in so much work and so much support to help people get recognized, especially the marginalized creators, and we appreciate her for that. She's helped people of all backgrounds too, not just marginalized creators, and that's awesome.
Yeah.
I just think it's really important, especially right now, to uplift your Black creator friends, okay? Because I feel like you say you want to help, but then you're not helping because you're not supporting. You see what I'm saying? So we gotta do that more. Yeah. But that's all for me. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. All right, so then we're going to get into the mental health and the boundaries and the identity protection. This is very important as well. Actually, everything that y'all are talking about is extremely important, but this, I think, is an element to content creation that a lot of people kind of skip over, but it can cause a lot of issues down the road. So who would like to take that away?
So I think the most important thing is just staying true to yourself and like who you are and like when you're streaming and stuff. So I know, like I said earlier, you get like a lot of microaggressions, you get like racist comments and that sort of thing, and it can be very tough on you like mentally. But over the years, like I said, I've built a lovely community and super great people around that have helped me like navigate, so I don't have to really, I guess, deal with it as much. But also just being true to your community too, like say like when you're not feeling the best, it's okay to like take breaks and just kind of reset until you're okay again, if you want to start back streaming and stuff. And like I know like the last few years I've lost a couple of people that have been like really, really close to me, my grandma, my uncle, and my aunt. And I still have like a tough time with it, like really, really tough, but like I said, my community is always there for me. I can tell them like, yeah, I'm not really up to it today. And they're like, yeah, okay, take your time, we love you, we'll see you when you're back. Mm-hmm. And then there's times where I'm just like, everybody get in here, let's have fun, and let's just hype it up. But yeah, you just have to, like I said, be true to yourself, take breaks when you need to, and just
And it's kind of, I guess, piggybacking on a little bit of you talking about, like, you know, microaggressions that you might receive in your chat, like slurs or anything like that. Like that's, I feel like that is such like a sad, like obvious thing that we have to safeguard against. But I definitely feel you for it. Like it's just something that I wish wasn't the case. But like when you are unfortunately just a person in our skin and tone, it just, you really do have to like safeguard yourself against those things. I know Lundy mentioned you had like every mention of the N-word or any creative ways people can say it, you have blocked it.
Yeah, this past Black History Month was like really, really bad for me, so I had to like block every variation of it because it just got so out of hand. We were banning people left and right, like it was an Olympic sport.
There was a lot of hate raids and all that kind of stuff. But I also, like over the years, just learned to, like when you see that type of stuff, I feel like giving them that energy, it like validates them in that way. Like, so I try to like just avoid even giving energy to it and just moving on. Like, they want to see you angry. They want to see you like mad or frustrated about it. So I like to give them that validation. It's just like, yeah, y'all go be y'all little weird corner somewhere.
What kind of, actually, to jump into that and ask a question about it, what kind of like tools do y'all use to like help with? I know you said that you were doing every iteration of like the N-word. Were you putting that into just Twitch? Like, do y'all use anything else? For people that might want to start streaming or haven't like actually set up their stream to safeguard against stuff like that, like what type of tools do y'all use to help you kind of protect yourself in your space?
I do mainly use the Twitch one just because I feel like it does do a really good job of like flagging it, and then like the mods can see it before I ever have to see it, which I think makes things easier. But I haven't found another tool that does anything differently. So I just use what's on Twitch to make sure that I ban certain phrases or things that I wouldn't want to impact what I'm doing. I just block those terms or phrases or full phrases. There's full sentences I got that you can't say in there.
Oh my gosh.
Look, I'm going to detect my piece.
series.
Series Y.
So yeah, it's helpful.
It's SERY.
Yeah, Siri was really good.
Yes.
That's really helpful.
Oh yeah.
And I think I also use Kuma bot also. Yeah, somebody recommended it to me for, I think, one of the meetings about being on one of the shelves. They were like, that one is also additional protection. So I just use both, to be honest.
Nice.
Yeah.
Maybe like another tool. I like to use the Twitch like moderation tools, but you can also like delete the chat for viewers. I like that as well because if you can delete it by a few seconds, maybe you have time to like see the message and decide if you just want to delete it before other viewers like chatters see it, or if it gives you time maybe to like respond. If that makes sense, so that can be helpful too.
Okay, so for mental health boundaries and identity protection, anything else that you all want to touch on?
I feel like when it comes to protecting my peace and being in this space, I think it's important to protect your peace. Because I also, like Maria said, I feel like not every comment deserves your energy at all. Because you don't have to give in to that. I think it's also really important to take breaks. You are not weak if you take a break. It is okay. And I feel like I do a really bad job of actually being an example of that. Because my mom will tell you, I am alive 6 days a week. And I should not be. But I do it anyway. Because I want to be online. Yeah, I do. But I also think it's really important to have a support system. I think the guilds do a really good job of being there for us. And I also think picking your mod team is really important too, like a good mod team. And yeah.
Sometimes you need to, especially sometimes in this climate, you have to like not just take a day off, but you just have to call out Black because like something happened in the news, and you need to call out Black because like you're a little overwhelmed by what's like going on in the world, and I'm just like, nope, not today, not today, not today.
I'm so sorry, I've never heard that before, but like, I'm not
People are just doing something, and you're like, no, not today. No, thank you.
Oh my goodness. So how do y'all stay, how do y'all do boundaries within your like communities? Like how do you set up boundaries when it comes to like even your mod team even? Like how do you set up boundaries with like things that you don't feel comfortable talking about, or maybe things that you don't feel comfortable joking about, or those type of things? I know that sometimes there could be like, how do I want to say that? There can be some jokes that can be playful if you know who's saying it. Yeah, like so how do you set up boundaries in a way that's comfortable for you, but also I guess like for viewers within your communities? Is that something that you feel comfortable talking about?
I think in the moment, I will like maybe like do a little like side laugh, like a little small laugh, and be like, hey, we don't do that here. You know what I mean? Something like that. But I think I navigate it pretty well, and a lot of the time I detour. Like whatever's being said, I just change the subject. Most of the time, I do a lot of thinking.
I'm not gonna lie, not a lot of times, but sometimes when it's like, I feel like I don't have the mental capacity to address something, I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I just skip over the message. I just, like, I pretend like because I don't know what to say, I don't wanna, because sometimes also, if I start engaging with it, I feel like I have to keep engaging with it, and I'm like, I just don't have any means, so I just,
I feel like
I usually only acknowledge it if it's been said more than once.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I'm a real good skipper. Okay. I sure am. Well, because I read everything as it comes out, but I do skim first, and if it's something that I don't want to engage with, I'm going to skip that, and you will know that I skipped that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel bad.
I can't read. That's all I'm saying. That's right. I can't. I'm just like freaking. I'm like, oh yeah, my fault. I did not see that. Did you have anything to add with like boundaries identity?
Pretty much like the same. Like certain stuff, if I see it, I just kind of move past it. And like my mods, we have like or have had like meetings in the past and talked about everything, certain stuff that we're comfortable with, that they're comfortable with. Like if they don't want to talk about it, like or see the dream to just move on. Just try to make sure everybody's like comfortable and like I said, the streams and stuff in the lives and everything are just good.
yeah, sorry. Oh, no, I was going to say, yeah, like, not all my mods are black, but it can be helpful to have mods that share, like, that similar identities to you, just because they tend to, like, kind of, or understand or kind of catch things, like, in the similar way that you would. And I would also like to add to, you know, this section on that, surrounding with yourself and people that you like, people that you like their content. I feel like for me, it's the spaces that I'm going to keep on going back to are spaces that I feel like would advocate for me in general.
Yes.
Not necessarily me as a pink umbrella, but like, would they advocate for black people? Would they advocate for queer people? In general, those are spaces that I want to spend more time in, because I'm gonna feel good. And yeah, like, obviously doing things that bring you joy is the most important. Sorry, I know you had a question.
No, I'm literally just here listening to like all of you talk. I'm just happy to be here, truly. So yeah, I just wanted to make sure that we got everything before I moved on. Do you have anything to add, Marcy?
Yeah. So a lot with like mental health and stuff. I talk about it a lot on my channel, to be honest. I not love talking about it, but I would like to see more especially black creators talk about mental health a lot more. And even though there are a lot more, there's one girl I love, like I found out, like, I guess recently that I am a little bit neurospicy. So to find other creators talking about that and talking about their experiences and like navigating that has been like such a like big thing to talk about, and to see representation in it, and like learning about like how autism might look in black females, because this is how we were raised, and we were raised not to like show all these emotions, so we bottle it up and then later explode. So like it looks a little different, and I say a lot of times with like with mental health, it's just so good to like, at least for me, to like see other creators or see other black women especially show or like talk about, maybe I'm depressed, or maybe I'm having a little burnout or stuff like that, and it just is like such a like refreshing thing to see and talk about. And then also, I guess, a way to like keep my mental health going, I've been also like talking to other creator friends, like, you know, I talk to Pam quite a bit actually, but we talk about like struggles and like things we might have noticed in the community that maybe we should like keep a lookout for, or like how we can protect ourselves. And like, of course, having a mod team is also like has been very like helpful. Recently I had like an event on stream, and like at the time I couldn't navigate it as well as I would have liked, but later I like had time to think about it, because I'm a person, I need to think about it and like really go through what emotions I've been feeling. And later I was like, hey, actually, I actually don't want to talk about this topic ever. It's such a trigger for me, and I do not want to like, I burst out crying on stream. And so I like, at the time I navigated it really well, but like in the moment I was like, oh gosh, like I really don't want to have that experience anymore, because like it just took a lot out of me, and that entire day I was exhausted from like crying randomly on stream. Mm-hmm. So having that sort of like time to like protect yourself and talk to other creators have been like a really big help to me. Yeah.
I think recently too, like I used to not talk too much about the things that I go through on stream, and then here recently, like a lot of people can tell you, like I've been just talking. Like it's a therapy session with my stream, because I feel like there are more people than I would assume that go through a lot of the things that I go through, and if I don't talk about them, no one's going to know what's going on with me, and then someone might be able to relate and like help me get feedback, and then they get feedback. And I feel like it's really important just to like be transparent about how you feel, be transparent about what you're going through, because you don't know if someone else is also going through that, and then maybe y'all can help each other. And I feel like that's like really important.
Yeah.
You also don't really see like a ton of like black men talking about like their feelings and sort of stuff, because it's always kind of looked at as it's like weak, but just being open and honest, like you said, maybe there's somebody else who's going through something similar that can just be there for you to help you in that way or help you get through that type of thing or whatever you're going through.
That's literally what community is about. I think that's why it's so important, being able to like help each other out when you need it most. Okay. Are you prepared?
Yes.
Okay. We have some time. I don't know why I said it like that, I'm sorry. We have some time. Oh my gosh, are you ready? But we do have a microphone in the middle. If y'all have any questions, please kindly excuse me. Please line up there and you can ask questions for our panelists. I'm sorry, I got really excited.
Is this on?
It is.
Yeah. Hi. I was going to say
Hi.
I'm so proud of all of you. You have a lot of people that have questions, so I just want to ask everybody, but especially Rio. You made a really good point about how Black men in general, but especially in the cozy space, aren't able to express their feelings. How are some ways that all of us as viewers, but also people who have more access to like talking to devs and program managers, like how can we help to support you? Because I know Sensible, he's like one of the only Black men in the paleo space, and I'm always like, you should get a paleo partner, you should get a paleo partner, you should get a paleo partner, and the radio silence. So I'm going to use my light skin privilege to try to help people out as much as I can. But what are some ways that we can like help make that space? Because every Black person needs the support, but I really do feel like Black men are the least represented in this space.
I guess just honestly just talking to us and like reaching out and asking us like we're here every month to like the games that we're playing and like the games in this community and stuff. So just like I said, just reaching out, talking to us and just asking and.
Do you mean like one-on-one, or how can, I guess my question is more so, how can we advocate for y'all better with the people who make the games, or like do sponsorships and things like that? Because my goal is to get y'all paid.
Okay, I'll just send you my name. Yeah.
Yeah.
We love you.
We love you.
It wasn't a good question. We'll think about it.
Yeah. I think one of the things I can think of that comes to the top of my head is always about like when you know there are creators and that fit into something like you said, like with the person that you were like speaking of, like just even if they're not gonna reach out, maybe like whisper it in a dev's ear and be like, hey, I have this person, they're really good. And if that person might not be like confident to reach out for themselves and advocate for themselves, sometimes it's easier to advocate for somebody else and do it the opposite way. So like talk to a dev or talk to somebody that works in a corporation and like put names into rooms. I found that works a lot, like pretty easily, because a lot of us are very shy and introverted and very scared of those types of things. And I struggle to reach out to companies on my behalf. However, I've done it for multiple people that I love very much. And so I think that's the first thing I thought of is like, oh, I would definitely try to reach out to like whoever the contact is that you have and try to just like the names of people that you know, or people that you don't know. You can like go looking for individuals within certain spaces to find as well, so you can like make that connection that way. That's just something that pops into my head.
Just like I've gotten a couple emails and like a dev will ask me, oh, do you want to play this game? I have like, keys for this game. And if it's not something that resonates with me, I always will advocate for other people. I'm like, well, I know this creator that does this and I think they would be a better fit. Or this, and same thing but other genres, because there are some genres I just don't play, and that's fine. So I give them contacts to other people that I know that fit that mold better.
Oh, and collabs. You were saying to talk actually real. Yeah, like even collabs and like just reaching out to more like Black men in the cozy space.
Yes.
Sorry.
Perfect.
Okay.
Hello.
Hi, everyone. My question is, as a new streamer, I'm pretty new. I started streaming this year. I was really looking for how to create a community that looks like me, having people in my chat that look like me, having mods that look like me, and asking you guys, how did you go about that starting out? I know in the cozy space it's really easy to find the white creators, and it might be a little bit harder to find, people that look like you guys. How was your journey in cultivating your space with people that look like you?
Sorry. What I've done is I am in spaces where I know I want to be friends with that person. You know what I mean? It's always a friendship first, more than anything business related, right? So I feel like making your community people that you also want to spend time with, also want to hang out with, is really important. So I feel like kind of doing that, it kind of does its own little thing. You know what I mean? So I feel like as you're hanging out with those people more, you'll see if that person is someone that you would like them to be a mod for you, or someone that you would want to collaborate with, right? And then at some point I just started asking, especially if they were bigger than me, right? I'd be like, hey, so I was thinking, I had this idea. Would you be interested in doing that with me? And same with my mod team. Every person that I picked to be one of my mods, I did that because they showed me something that protected me. Does that make sense? And they had qualities that I would want around all the time. And same with community members. Granted, I feel like my community found me. I don't think I found them. They definitely found me. And it was a choice. Okay? It was a choice. But yeah, that's how I go about it. Yeah.
I like that a lot, and I agree with what Mandy said. Also joining the Black Guild, joining spaces where you know that there's a lot of Black people. Watching Black streamers and kind of being part of your community, and it's a bit less. It's a bit less, I guess, not normal or okay, but I feel like you don't have to have more political conversations. But truthfully, unfortunately, I feel like the more political conversations that I have, talking about identity, talking about what's going on in the political space, it really weeds out people. And obviously you cannot pick your viewers, but it seems like a lot of especially BIPOC viewers are maybe not coming as much anymore, not really engaging. I'm not doing that to make them leave, obviously not, but it's I feel like that helps in protecting the space, right, being what you want to be.
For you guys.
Yeah.
Just hard to navigate. But thank you. That's
first off, congratulations to all of you on this incredible panel.
Thank you.
I guess my question traces back to the conversation about mental health and finding community, because those are such incredible things to get out of on Twitch. And I guess my question with that is on a more everyday basic level, how do you find and foster that community? And I guess, I don't know how to phrase what I'm asking. I'm so sorry.
You're fine. Take your time.
Do you mean I guess maybe little traditions or little things you do with your community to check in on each other and make sure that we're all being uplifted and celebrated within each other's spaces, I guess.
Something that I did for a long time was I always call it almost halftime, right? In my stream, and we do a cute little dance party, right? Not nothing too long, but let's say the moment was pretty tense and we need to break the ice a little bit. All right, I will make it be emote only, and we will have a cute little dance party in the middle of whatever's going on, because sometimes that's just what you need. And we did that consistently for a very long time, and then it was my fault that it hasn't been recent, but that's
I usually check in with my community, not just on I'm streaming, but on hey, I'm this is what's going on, or just giving them I guess a little bit more besides streamer Marcy, I guess, and kind of talk about the day-to-day as well. I feel that creates a little bit of connection, especially with things that go on in the world. I know a lot of times it's nice to kind of be like, hey, I know the world kind of sucks, but I'm glad that you're here. And like, you know, if you guys need a vent, this is a good place. You can do it here, and you know, that sort of thing. But yeah, I think it's like checking in with people on, you know, just a little bit of a human level, even though sometimes that's really hard.
I try to also ask them, how was your day? Like, I don't want anyone to just think like, oh, it's my stream and it's only about me. I only care, like, the questions that you're asking me, I care about everyone that's in chat. And I feel like that's also really important. Yeah, I know there needs to be like a little bit of a distance there, but at the end of the day, I feel like your community are your people, you know? And I feel like it's important to communicate that to them.
Yeah, so a lot of times I'll also like reach out to friends. So like you said, like if I ask like, how are you doing? And they're like, yeah, I had a rough day or things aren't going good. I might not like do it on stream, but like after I'll reach out like, hey, is everything okay? Is there something I could do? And I think that helps bring community because like we're closer because of that.
Right.
Yeah.
Great question.
Yeah.
Great question.
Hi, everyone. Thank you all for sharing your thoughts and perspectives with us on this panel. I just wanted to ask, I know you touched on it a little bit when we were talking about the character customization and stuff, but I was wondering if there were any games that you wanted to highlight as having had particularly meaningful stories to you, either were impactful or really felt like they touched on your perspective as a Black person.
What is that game that you like? Oh my god. The black one. Thank you. I like the black one. The black one. Midnight was so good. I always tell people, for me, that's my game of the year. South of Midnight was amazing. Everyone needs to play it if you haven't already. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know that.
That answered the question. I'm sorry.
I think it was really good. I think that's what you're saying, right?
Yeah. Yeah, South of Midnight, I think, really did their big one for us in the community, for sure. Because I told a very southern story, and I really liked that.
Yeah.
It was it felt close to me.
Yeah.
It was good. Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's so good.
Right. Everyone can play that.
I also have like a little bit of the same question that I had. I was going to ask you guys if there was a specific cozy game that resonated with you the most, that was like, you know, hit you right in the heart, whether like it reminded you of like your upbringing or, you know, something with your family or, you know, your own self-journey that you resonate with the most.
I can go. The game, well, they're not black.
I was going to say, I don't think so. Yeah, Venba.
I like that story a lot. With like the immigrant family, it reminded me a lot of my family and kind of like the dynamic of like being an immigrant and, you know, kind of trying to establish yourself and like the kids having like growing up in like a different culture, quote unquote, than like, you know, yeah, I like that game.
And how like food focused and
Food-focused.
it is like with their community is very cool.
Bringing
Very
everything
cool.
together.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna just say The Sims probably because I play it so much, but I know like a lot of times with the customization, I look to mods. Shout out to them for making like amazing hair. I mean, I'm big time Ebonics, like made so much great hair in The Sims. But yeah, the first time I was like, somebody has boho braids or like, you know, like little things like that or braids in general because usually it's just cornrows usually or something.
I was kind of feeling that way too. It's not exactly a cozy game, but when the last Monster Hunter game came out with the customizations of like the hair and like the skin part, that was a very good beginning.
Yeah. I like companies that at least try.
Yeah.
But I feel like a lot of them don't even do that. We're usually an afterthought, and I don't enjoy that. Because if I feel like I'm not represented in a game, I'm not going to play it at all.
Yeah.
I'll stop at character customization real quick.
When I learned, I got into like Animal Crossing late. When I love Animal Crossing, but when I learned that they added the
I already know what you're gonna say.
after I was like, what? And there was like 3 different like yourselves.
Right. Look, me and the little bun with the little we go together.
time, and like the darkest skin is like not it. It's
Yeah.
it is what is it? A smoky white.
So light.
If anyone was there when I played Infinity Nick for the first time, I was like, can I be black? I like her. I think she's a great character, but I want the black version. Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, how's it going? My name is Phil Zach. I'm second TwitchCon.
Hello.
I'm so much for doing this panel. I'm very happy to be here just to listen to all this great advice. I am a yapper. I'm a shadow box, right? So my stream is really an open book. In my Discord, I have a place called Still Your Heart, where folks can come and talk about their problems, and there's even a VC for us to talk about it as well. But I found that being such an open book, sometimes I accidentally may trigger other folks in my chat because I let everyone say say your piece. And I want to know what's going on. I've had a lot of times where I've played a game and I would stop the game and be like, let's talk about this for 30 minutes. So I was wondering, how do you navigate being such an open space but also having to protect other people as well?
I think doing community check-ins is, like I say, even if you don't do it on stream, but if somebody says something, they just really not doing it great. But if you can just reach out and just, that's great that you have the channel in your Discord where people can talk like that. So just keeping that sense of community and reaching out to each other and lifting each other up. It is tough, like you said, because certain things that everybody go through, it can trigger a lot of other people. So I guess just try to be mindful or have those trigger warnings, for when you are going to get into those type of topics and conversations, and then maybe have, if you want to do it for a certain amount of time, and maybe have a time number. It's just okay, this topic is finished or whatever, and we can move on.
Yeah, a lot of times I do say if I know I'm going into brief trigger warning, guys, I'm going to talk about A, B, C, and D right now, and if you don't want to, I'm going to wait 20 seconds, I'm going to start talking about it, and then make sure I just say, hey, I'm back, or I send a message in the chat just in case they were muted me or something like that, but I like to give people the grace to bow out if they want to, especially if I know I'm going to talk about something a little bit more triggering than normal.
I've also noticed, if I go on a little tangent and I know that I've kind of been on the topic for a while, I'll be like, are we all still here? Are you still with me? If not, that's cool, because we can move on. I don't mind moving on. Because sometimes the topic that I'm talking about is not for everyone, and that's okay. So I just feel maybe asking that, being is everyone still good with this topic? And if not, maybe we need to, pivot to something else.
I have two things to say. I think it's important to be mindful of your views and whatnot, but also almost not to be insensitive, but also a lot of things can trigger people and you cannot control everybody. So at the end of the day, it's your stream, so you should be able to talk about what you want. And yes, agree, by the way, I'm going to be talking about this, so if you're uncomfortable with that, then that's okay. And also when it comes to, let's say you're yapping for a long time about something, I think it's okay as well, when you're ready to get back to the game, it's okay guys, I would love to talk about this more, let's move this conversation to Discord for after the stream, and then we can keep talking about that, just because I want to continue my game, or I want to, we have a schedule or whatever, I think that's very natural as well.
Thank you so much. These last two questions, we can quickly go through those, and then we'll be good to go. We can let y'all freebie.
Okay. Hi everybody, I'm Fangirl Review. So quick question. What is one mechanic in the cozy games that you wish they would get rid of? It's okay if you say fishing.
No, it's not.
I love fishing.
I love fishing. There's not a safe space out there.
Oh boy!
Is it bad that I feel like, as much as I love a family game, some of us don't want some of the aspects that come with a family game. I don't want to have a baby in every game I play. I don't want to have a baby in every game I play because why do I have to progress the story like that? Why can't I be celibate and play with my rock on the beach? I hate that. It bothers me. That should be a mechanic. I mean, okay, it can. Just not for me. Sorry. Yeah, an option.
Yes. Oh boy.
Sorry.
I won't say fishing, but I'm thinking it.
I'm sorry.
No.
Look, because I'm gonna take fishing out of every game.
I don't like fishing in soccer.
You love it?
I guess this is like Animal Crossing specific, but like just having a certain limit that you can buy per day.
Yeah.
That makes sense. It's like, why can I only get 5 things? I got money.
That was a great question.
Hi, how's it going?
Hello.
So, great talk. Learned so many things. But my question relates to like short form content. Like that seems like a really big way a lot of people are growing their streams. I'm really curious, like from a cozy perspective, like I feel like short form content really lends itself to high action, like loud stuff. And if you're angling your stream from like a cozy perspective, like how do you make short form content that still like captures people's attention and gets them interested in the stream?
I got this one. Okay, so basically, I got this. So just like Palia, for example, right? There are like rare fish or rare plushies that you can get. I will always highlight a moment when something like a high action thing happened, right? So when like I actually get it, like that's a moment because we're all cheering, we're all clapping. Yeah. Or shinies in Pokemon, right? Yeah. People like seeing that whenever you do that. So little stuff like that, I feel like it's fine. I don't feel like I don't feel like in the cozy space, all of our content is like, it is cozy, but like, what am I trying to say here? There are action things that happen, okay? Yeah. That was my point. Exactly. Right.
Yeah. I feel like
I don't feel like I have a hard time making content for it.
I think a lot of times with my like short form content, if it is like cozy, it's me shit talking something. Oh, I'm sorry, but no, it's me. No, like usually it's just me, like sort of like shading. Of course, me or Lewis all the time, but like I guess. Just those little things like, did you really take that from me? Like, I was really using that. Right. So it's usually like a reaction thing of like something like in a cozy game that might have happened that is just like probably normal in that game, but like outside of it, it's just so weird. Like, why are you taking my coconuts? Like, why are you doing that? That sort of thing. But I know with a lot of cozy content creators, they lean more into other hobbies like crochet or books. So I know that's also an entryway and that people use for their cozy content.
Oh yeah, I taught everyone how to do a magic circle last week.
Yes.
I did. Yeah, I sure did. Go look at your own risk.
Any final thoughts about?
About this question?
Yeah.
I agree with what you said.
Yeah, period. Thank you so much. Let's do final thoughts. Tell everybody where we can find you, and then you can let everybody read.
Well, first, thank you for all being here.
Thank you for doing this.
It's really important to have these type of conversations and everything, so it really means a lot that so many of you all are here. I see so many like friends, and I'm not the best at like public speaking and stuff, so I was like nervous as hell. But like just seeing so many friendly faces and everything, it helped out a lot. So thank you for being here. I'm with you on Twitch, playing, like I said, variety of anything and everything, and talking about sports and hating the Browns and stuff like that. I'm going there.
Perfect.
Thank you so much, everybody, for coming. It was really exciting, and I'm really glad that we were able to have this talk together. I didn't realize the room was going to be this messy. Like, we were gonna have like, this is so cool. But you know, thank you, everybody, for coming and seeing you were a fantastic host.
I am very happy that everybody agreed to be here. I was just a shy little lady sitting like, hey, you want to be part of a panel? Thank you everybody for being here today. I guess the next thing I'm doing is I'm going to have my little soft talks again. I'm going to do something about it's ADHD Awareness Month. I'm going to host a panel on my channel about that. And maybe write horror smut on my channel.
Love horror smut.
Yeah.
Sorry. If you've been on my channel, you know that I love me some smut. So I think it's everyone should read only. Like nothing else. Nothing else.
Go ahead.
Okay, all right. Sorry. But no, thank you guys all so much for being here. I know that I have never done public speaking before. This is my first time I've ever spoke for anything. I appreciate everyone for being like super receptive. Everyone, like, we have a full house. Like, have y'all turned around? Like, we like, there's a lot of people in here. Okay, and I want to say thank you to all of you guys for being here and showing up for us. So we appreciate you. Round of applause. Yeah.